to the show. We've got an exciting show for you today. We have a man on the street interview today. Well, man and woman and college student. This video was done by Abby, I forget his name, is Abby Levine or something like that. Anyway, he is from Rebel News. So this is from that organization. And this is about photo ID. You see, apparently black people in the States don't know how to get ID or use the internet. That is a ridiculous notion, easily taken apart in 2 seconds. So they're having problems voting. So we're going to hear what they think about black Americans and voting. Go on.
Do you have an opinion on voter ID laws?
Yeah, they're usually pretty racist and they're bad. I think voter ID laws are a way to perpetuate racism.
Would you go as far as say those laws are racist?
For sure.
Apparently, they're racist.
Do you think it suppresses the African American vote?
Definitely.
Tell us how.
Because they're less likely to have state IDs.
Minority voters are less likely to have the kinds of IDs that have been described or required.
These type of people don't live in areas with easy access.
No, they live somewhere way out there, somewhere.
Easy access to DMVs or other places where they can get identification.
So basically, black people in the States are stupid. They can't get ID. No, they have no idea. Don't worry, we're going to hear what black people in the States say about this. Go on.
You do over the internet. Does that also make it difficult for black people in particular?
Yeah, you have to have access to the internet. You have to be able to pay an internet service provider for certain fees.
Well, surprise, surprise. You mean you have to pay an internet service provider? How would the black people in the States know this? It's a mystery.
You think that's harder for black people to go online?
Well, I feel like they don't have the knowledge of how it works.
Those poor lost souls.
Well, I feel like they don't have the knowledge of how it works.
They just have no idea how it works. Isn't it sweet of her to say so? Of course they don't. No. They don't know how that stuff works.
Well, I feel like they don't have the knowledge of how it works.
No. And if you confront her on that, you know what she's going to, basically she and the other guys, they're all NPCs. Because if you confront them on it with data and facts, guess what? They start retreating. Well, no, you see, that's not what I meant. Oh, you took me out of context. But basically, we know where they get their news and information from. You guessed it. Yeah, that's exactly where they get it from. I've said this before. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to play this. This is what an NPC is, and this is exactly what these people are. Watch this.
NPC comes from a video game, and they're non-playable characters. So the idea is that NPCs just exist as accessories to, the character storyline. So to call someone an NPC is to basically say that they don't have agency. They're not capable of thinking about things critically, forming their own thoughts. They're basically just waiting what to be told by the power structures in society, and basically be confident that whatever they're hearing from the media is what is true. But these people also, if you talk to them and poll them and ask them, do you think the media lies? They'll say, of course the media lies. But they won't actually connect the dots as to the cognitive dissonance that they're experiencing while still believing all the things that the media tells them.
Well, I feel like they don't have the knowledge of how it works.
Exactly right. They will go home every night and watch this stuff and say to themselves, you know what? I know they're lying, but I can watch this every single night and it's not going to affect me. Wrong. It will affect you if you watch that on a constant basis. And they're in such a routine that they cannot get out of that routine. So they're stuck in traction, thinking that they're smarter than the people who produce this stuff. They don't produce it for no reason. As long as you're watching it, that information is going into your head. And you're absorbing those ideas. And they will become a part of you. Whether you think you're smarter than them or not. And that's the way it works.
A lot of people have smartphones, but you might not have data. For most of the communities, they don't really know what is out there just because they're not aware or they're not informed. I also think there's a repression of black voting with how if you're a convicted felon, like you're not allowed to vote and everything. And when you look at swing states like Florida, that's
Okay, I don't know what university or college this girl goes to, but she should go there and get her money back.
a huge
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean her parents' money back. Go on.
population of the like African American.
That's enough of that. Let's see what African Americans have to say about them not being able to get ID. Yeah, they're not that smart. They can't get on the internet. They can't go to the DMV. Let's hear what they have to say about this.
You just heard. Do you have ID normally? You carry ID around?
Yes, I have state ID.
Do you carry ID?
Yes, I do.
Do you know any black person who doesn't carry ID?
No.
That's strange. That white liberal earlier on said they don't know where to get ID. They don't even know how to log on to the internet. They can't find a DMV. And she's telling me they all have ID. What they say, the soft bigotry of low expectations. I think that's what it's called. The poor black people, they just don't know what to do.
No. Everyone that I know has an ID. Why would they think we don't have ID? That's a lie. Why would they say that?
Well, that's simple. Apparently, they think you're stupid.
Do you have ID?
Yes.
Because I have my ID and my friends have their ID, so like we know what we need to carry around.
Yeah, everybody that I know have ID. Like, that's one of the things you need to walk around with New York with, ID.
Do you know any black adult who does not have ID?
No, I don't.
And trust me, those liberals that just were interviewed a while ago, go back to them and go back and show them this video. You know what they're going to say? Well, here's what they're not going to say. They're not going to say, you know what? Yeah, I was wrong. You know, now I'm thinking about it. I was wrong. No, they're not going to say that. Here's what they're going to say. Oh, yeah, well, some do, but I don't. Yeah, the bullshit. Or we go back to, well, you see, that's not really what I meant. I mean, some of them, they'll go into some long story, which is basically garbage. But what you're not going to hear is, you know what? I might have been wrong about this. I'm going to rethink my position. That ain't going to happen.
Is it a weird thing to even say that?
Yes, it is.
What is this, some type of trick candy camera?
I know, right? That's the only thing I brought with me.
Those are legit IDs. I heard a lot also that black people can't figure out how to get to the DMV.
These type of people don't live in areas with easy access to DMVs or other places where they can get identification.
Those are legit IDs. I heard a lot also that black people can't figure out how to get to the DMV.
Really?
What does that say to you?
I know it's that on 25th Street.
Do you know where the DMV is around you?
It's on 125th Street and 3rd Avenue, I believe.
You know what?
My man's he's like 125th and 3rd Ave. I couldn't tell you. I've lived here now 2 years. I couldn't tell you where the DMV is.
I don't even live there. I haven't gone there in years. And even I know that they all have ID. That is a ridiculous notion, easily taken apart in 2 seconds. But no, these people repeat that garbage, and I can't believe it. Do they actually believe what they're saying? Or maybe they're just saying it for the camera? I don't know. That is it. I am out, and I will see you later.